Hey, Frankie Valli, he gets the people going.
That's just too many points.
I was like, hey, Gabe, how's it going? I love your work.
Dudes on the Mall is the podcast to listen to.
Gentlemen, let's give it up for our Mountain West champion Boise State Broncos.
Never in doubt.
Never in doubt.
Never in doubt.
Fired their coach and won the conference.
And it came down to a computer.
It did. I have a feeling that it might have been rigged.
Hey, let's hear it for computers.
Hey, let's hear it for
Shout out-
computers.
shout out to
computers.
Questionable decisions of voting. Let's give it up for that too.
Oh,
Yeah, that's we love you.
We're a couple weeks delayed here, but we're coming back with our Houston recap. Kind of look back at some of our stuff from the season, and then also looking at college football playoff stuff, and then we will be back with our bowl special, kind of previewing bowl games and also the UCF and Georgia Tech game. But let's take you back in time a little bit to, what was it, the 25th of November?
Saturday, November 25th.
25th, yeah.
Yep.
Approximately 12 p.m.
Now,
Maybe a little bit after.
we're going to start off with this. This right here is the reason I've been holding on to this since that game. I am holding in my hand.
That's been in your pocket the whole time.
That's crazy. That is crazy that you have that.
I put it in my truck so I wouldn't lose it, and I just kept it in the cup holder. It's been there since.
I'm talking about right now. We've been sitting here for
I've
20
been
minutes
waiting,
preparing.
I've been
your
waiting to
recap.
pull this thing out.
That's fantastic.
That's incredible.
I am holding in my hand what is my wrapper from a Chicken Caesar wrap that we purchased at the UCF Houston game.
Honestly,
It was always the Caesar wrap.
Always.
I was upset because I didn't think they were going to be there, so I ate right before I walked into the stadium because we didn't tailgate, and I didn't, and I got there and they were there, and I was like, ugh, I didn't get one, but
Well, Josh made this, I was walking into the stadium and Justin called me saying that they were on the menu. So Josh was the first one to go up and get the Caesar
I
wrap
asked the question.
and ask it. And we were prepared to be let down. How was that moment?
So, it was a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Orlando, Florida, East Orlando. I walk, or it's Justin and I walking. Actually, we walk into the stadium. Mm-hmm. We see the concession stand on the other side of where we sit, the other corner, and it said right there, first thing on the poster, it said Chicken Caesar wrap, and I was just like, oh, they haven't changed the sign yet.
well, no, and the TVs were working.
Hey, well, but this is
So
what
we-
we're confirming.
we felt something in the
So
air.
I looked at the sign. And it was like, oh, they haven't changed the sign yet. Hey, let's go look at the TV just to see what's going on. And it was the first thing listed on the TV. I said, Justin, we are standing in line. Immediately gets on the phone with Brandon. We're standing in line. We fire off a couple tweets, and it's a long line too. Like
took forever to
the
move.
anticipation was building.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah.
really building, and it got to the point where walked up to the front and I said, "Can I have a Chicken Caesar wrap, please?" And she didn't say a word. Did not say a word. Just turns around and goes to the back. And I look over. And I'm like, are things happening? Things are happening right now. And she comes back with the most beautiful, wrapped, beautifully white ball of goodness, and just hands it to me. And at that moment, I was at peace with the
Knights by a
2023 UCF season.
We knew right then and there we were making a bowl game.
I was at peace. Who went? Was it Brandon?
went
Yeah,
next.
you
Brandon
went
went
next.
next, yeah.
And she-
I
immediately.
proceeded to go up, and I turned around to Justin, and I said, watch him not have it. Watch Josh got the last one or something. And I look at the lady and said, can I get a Chicken Caesar wrap? She didn't even bat an eye. We don't have any. And I looked at her, and I pointed at Josh, we're like, the guy down there just got one. And then whoever was standing behind her tapped her on their shoulder. She goes, we got him now. I was like, okay, so we're good. So this wrapper right here is what's left of our regular season, and now I can throw it away now that I've got to
Her
use it.
reaction was fantastic. It was like she was trained to say no. You know what I mean? Like
we
she
don't
spent
have
time practicing in front of the mirror. We don't have them.
Didn't even go look. Didn't even think, oh, let me ask. Hard no. Didn't even think about it. Yeah, that was what we've been missing the whole season. That right there proves Caesar wraps 1-0 this year.
And we've been talking about it. You know, the offense, something's not clicking. The defense, something's not clicking. Concession, something
Actually-
wasn't clicking. Everything clicked that
Yeah.
day.
Yep.
Caesar wraps were 2-0 actually on the year because my dad got one for the
Oh, that's
UK
true.
State game.
Yes,
they were
that's
only
true.
in the club though.
Okay,
But
that's
it
fair.
still counts.
It counts.
Still
2-0.
counts 2-0.
2-0.
So give the people what they want, the Caesar wraps, and see what happens.
We'll go back real quick, jog everyone's memory of some stats here, and then head over to Justin's game notes. Final score, UCF winning 27-13, Dana Holgerson getting fired the very next day.
Love to
We'll
see that.
start on the Houston side. Their quarterback was 12 of 20 for $161, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. As stated previously, it was never the run. Was never worried about the run. Their leading rusher had 33 yards. Their quarterback had 14 carries for 24. Receiving, they had a couple receivers. They had one guy, Manjack had 4 receptions for 74 yards, and Johnson had 6 for 69. Nice.
Nice.
On the UCF side, Plumlee 23 of 27 for 253, 1 touchdown, also 58 yards on the ground and another touchdown. RJ Harvey continuing to
Dog.
eat dog. 136 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then Kobe Hudson leading the way with 9 grabs for 98. Javon Baker 2 for 59, with 57 of those yards coming on the play coming out of halftime. Alec Holler and Xavier Townsend getting more attention. Each of them had 5 grabs for just over 40 yards apiece. And believe it or not, Walter Yates leading the team again in tackles with 12.
It's that senior treatment.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Him and Jason Johnson.
Yeah, well, Jason Johnson's always at the top of that.
Yeah.
So,
Game notes?
game notes, yeah. A lot of my notes are hard to read because I like don't specifically talk about stuff and I just like recall it and it's so far removed. But basically, I mean, it was kind of like the offense was humming all day. I mean, those stats kind of speak for themselves. We only put up 27 points, but like it felt like we were moving the ball with ease.
They were taking sustained drives.
Right. We didn't really struggle. We had good. Did you say the time of possession? I don't even know who.
No, I
Who
can.
won that, but I would say, like, for the most part, the offense was humming all day. For the defense, it was kind of the tale of two halves. Go ahead.
We'll round 33 minutes to 27.
Okay, so yeah. Wow. It's not often that we win time of possession, so. Anyways, but yeah, defense tale of two halves. In the first half, it was awful. Looked like we were going to be missing tackles all game and just, abysmal, but we came out of the second half, and they really stepped up. I think the biggest part of the game was when Houston got down, I forget exactly the chain of events that happened, but they got into the red zone, and they ended up running like 6 plays with goal to go. You remember this? And they got down to like the 1-yard line at one point, and then they ended up like outside the 20. Like they ended the drive outside the 20. So, and they ended up like going for it on 4th down. We got the ball back. So,
They were
That
1
was-
of 10 on 3rd down.
yeah, that was like the key moment. Wait, 1 of 10 on 3rd down.
Yep.
Wow, that's wild.
That's trash. That's terrible.
That's awful. But that was like the key moment for me in the game where I was like, damn, like okay, this defense like stepped up, and there was no turning back from there. So, so that was really good. JRP obviously had a really good day. A lot of senior treatment going on. Holler had 5 grabs, you said. I saw Johnny getting a lot of touches. I saw Mark Anthony Richards was getting in there quite a bit as well. So, but then the one thing that I guess we have to kind of touch on is Boomer. The man's got the yips. I mean, I don't think he's a bad kicker, and I still want to ride with him. But there, like in that game, I was like, do we consider benching him? And just like, because that was not. I mean, we didn't have to because we had a good lead in the second half. But if that's a close game, like that is a must-win game. Like, and he was like either the field goal. I think it was the field goal to end the second or the first half. He kicked it like straight into our lineman's back.
Yep.
What? That's just bad. I mean, that to me just screams like it's all up here.
Yeah. Well, there was the first PAT went off the upright too.
Yeah.
Like,
And
that's-
then like extra point should not be getting blocked.
No,
I'm sorry. You're 15 yards away. Like
sure.
get that thing in the air. So that's why I'm saying like he's not a bad kicker. It's just all up here, and I don't know what sparked the yips. I can't really trace it back to a particular moment.
It
Maybe it's 'cause I
started
missed the
after
Texas Tech game.
his run at Texas Tech.
Okay.
On the fake field goal. Ever since then.
Man's got a concussion or
then.
something.
Well,
I don't know.
My dad, when he was running down the sideline, you can tell he doesn't run with the football normally because he had his left arm down by his side going like this the whole time. It was not tucked up. It looked like he was just flapping like a wing or
Jesus.
something as he ran down the sideline.
Jesus. So he's got a month to figure it out. I think he will. And so I'm not really too worried about it. But on Saturday, like there were, obviously 3 times where we were like, okay, like what's going on here?
What's going on here?
You got to remember, he's just a kid. He's what, 19? He's just a kid. So, anyways, and then the only other note I see on here that I can remember is the end of the first half. Again, 2 weeks in a row, the Texas Tech game, walk out with no points, and I think you both were gone at this point. No, you were here.
I was
listening on the radio.
I said to Denzel or something, or I either said to you or Denzel. I looked at him when we got within striking distance, leading to the end of the first half. I looked at him. I said, "We're gonna find a way to walk out here with 0 points." And what did we do?
Yep.
We walked out here with 0
0
points.
points.
There is nobody worse in college football at managing the clock to end a half than Gus Malzahn. I'm sorry. I have my differences with Gus. I think he's a good coach, but that management 2 weeks in a row, that's just unacceptable. I'm sorry. And yes, we did end up kicking a field goal, but we shouldn't have had to kick the field goal there. He managed the clock so poorly, and we kicked the field goal on 3rd down.
Wasn't there a point where we're like, call timeout?
Yeah, I was screaming for a timeout.
I called 7. I was there.
Oh my god. So it's just I don't know. And Denzel was like, "Why'd you say it?" I was like, I just knew. But anyways, all in all, pretty solid game. Nothing crazy. It ended up being the ref show for a little bit. They got their 15 minutes of fame, but it was kind of going both ways. So
Yeah.
Which is just a tale of that's
dude,
terrible.
Every 2
just
minutes they were
terrible.
coming on to talk to us about something or reviewing another play or whatever. And, oh my god, just ridiculous. But anyways,
Seems to be a theme this year.
it is.
Big 12.
But in this game they couldn't favor one of the original 8, so they just had to go against.
They just
both
had
of us, I
they
guess.
were
I have
flipping
no
coins
idea.
the whole time.
The
is what it
only
was.
game we had semi-decent refs was the OK State game. The only one. We literally were cheering them as we
Yeah,
saw.
we-
You remember?
Yeah, we were. That was actually the part of the opening of the podcast. I
Yeah.
think,
So,
because I took a video.
anyways,
Just
We're
to touch on that though, the refs, they get the hell out of there.
dude,
Like,
they hang around.
they move.
They have a van, like a 15-passenger van, waiting by the UCF locker room with a cop car, lights on already, just stationed right there. They got security guards all around it. As soon as that final whistle blows, they get the hell out of there. They hop in that van and they just take them to some remote location. One of these days, I'm gonna follow the van.
Follow those.
I'm not really gonna do that. Don't press charges, restraining order.
Well, we get one more game, so
One game.
it's exciting. Opportunity to finish with a winning record, extending the bowl streak to 8 years in a row now. I think it's one of only 18 teams in the country that have done that, and then only one of 2 Big 12 teams. Oklahoma State's the only other one that's got an active bowl streak as long as ours. So, good place to be looking ahead to next year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to do the math because I was like, wait, 2015 was that long ago?
Yeah.
The
Shit,
biggest
we're
win
getting
for me was on Saturday was that none of the other new teams got bowl eligible.
Yeah, that was
That
cool
speaks
too.
for itself. The only other team that could have was BYU. And
Yeah, BYU.
they
finished-
had it, dude.
They finished the season 5-7. Houston finished
Brutal.
4-8. Cincinnati 3-9. I mean, undisputedly, we easily did the best of the new 4.
Right.
Easily could have been up at that 8 win range, but looking back on it, like it was a fun season.
It was a
As
fun
frustrating as it was.
It was always going to be frustrating.
We had
I
the
think-
highest of highs, lowest of lows.
Yeah,
we
we
experienced
really
it all. We got the full experience. This thing's bugging out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this off.
Losing it.
By the way, this Jacksonville basketball team,
Sucks.
they stink.
Yeah, they suck.
Really?
They are terrible. They can't make a layup.
Point 7 minutes into the game.
Yeah, they are terrible.
Anyways.
Oh, there it goes. There goes the
yeah.
feed.
We really did have the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, though.
Oh, what's this?
Oh,
Oh,
potential
This is-
prospect. Oh,
wait a minute.
Gus,
Is
let him cook.
that Coastal
Greg
Carolina?
Matushko?
Let him cook.
No, not that guy. I can't even pronounce that guy's last name. Well, we're gonna get a player's ass right there. Nice.
There we go.
There we go. Wait, who's that?
Is that Grayson McCall?
Is that
Is
Grayson
that Chris
McCall?
McCall? Oh my God,
Why is he on the screen?
What a ball.
great throw.
Wow, that's a great throw. Just a coincidence.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
Anyways,
Do we want to recap our hot takes from the year, or do we want to wait till after the bowl game?
I think bowl
we can
games.
wait till after
Those
the bowl game,
those
yeah.
stats still count.
That counts, yeah.
Those
Okay.
stats still count.
I have a couple.
Yeah, Josh
that
got a
have
couple
already-
that are still riding.
I have a couple that are still riding.
I think all mine are done. Well,
I have a couple cashed and a couple misses, but I had one hot take. It was 3 players, first team all Big 12, and we had 2. Oof.
how about
So
the
close.
snub of
Yeah,
RJ
that's
Harvey?
terrible.
That's what I'm saying. I What?
That was awful.
One of the guys that made it
He didn't
literally.
even make second team. He got honorable mention.
Yeah, no, one of the, I don't
Unreal.
remember. I don't remember if it was whoever was on the second or third team, but one of the guys, literally, if you go stat for stat, had worse stats than him in every category. Made no sense.
Yeah, it
I
was-
don't remember who it was because it's
So
been a couple weeks.
I might as well just cash that hot take because he got absolutely robbed.
That was a big robbery.
Who was it? It was Javon and Jason was first team.
I think so. Which why Kobe didn't get it, I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But also crazy.
Kobe honestly had the better year than Javon.
I think
Not maybe not statistically, but eye test.
statistically he might have.
I don't know. Javon's always the like big play guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hold on.
Maybe if you go purely receptions, Kobe might have had it, but he did have a couple of stinker games where he had a bunch of drops and had like 2 catches. But I think if you go yards, it's
You going
probably
total
gonna be
yards?
Javon. It's right there at the top.
Receiving. Okay, Javon had 966
Yeah.
and Kobe had 853. But
Receptions?
Kobe had 7 touchdowns and Javon had 6. Javon had 43 receptions and Kobe had 42.
Damn. Okay.
It's almost
Yeah,
identical.
pretty spot
just,
on.
just off. He's off by 100 yards. That's it.
Yeah.
But
like
they both averaged over 20 per
yeah,
grab.
easy.
RJ Harvey finishing the year with a 6.1 average
Wild.
and 16 touchdowns. He was
Wild.
4 yards short of 1,300.
Dog.
And
Hey, we got 1 game to go.
We got another
yeah,
game.
that's true.
It ain't over
It
yet.
ain't over.
Okay, I can't believe that I'm looking at this stat right now because it feels like it's way more than this. JRP only got sacked 9 times.
I don't believe that for a
That
second.
doesn't.
That's
They were taking-
beautiful.
they were taking some
that's
stats away.
absolutely beautiful because one of my hot takes is less than 28 sacks on the year, and I haven't cashed that yet because I haven't looked at the stat.
Well,
Love that.
for
What
for
about
the
Timmy? What
for
about
the year, Timmy was sacked 10 times.
Okay, so I need
and
less than 9 sacks in the bowl game.
Dylan Risk was sacked once.
Damn it. I need less than 8 sacks.
Kobe and RJ both were sacked as well.
That doesn't count.
That
Trick
doesn't
plays don't count.
Trick plays don't count.
Trick plays don't count.
Okay,
Gotta
so
be a
then
quarter.
we're sitting
right?
at
Is that fair? Okay.
we're sitting
Called him
at
in the first place.
we've given up 20 sacks then on the year.
Okay. So I need less than 8 sacks. I need 7 or less.
If we get sacked 7 times in this game, I'm not
I'll
gonna
be pissed, dude.
It's not gonna be a fun game.
No.
That is
I'll be pissed.
brutal. Hey, how many interceptions does Plumlee have?
Ooh. You had over 10?
8.
Ooh. I don't want that to hit.
I don't want it to hit either.
He is thrown for 13 and
How many does Timmy have
rushed
though?
for
Because
5.
that could count.
Yeah, because
I'll
he
give
didn't
you
play in a
Timmy,
few games.
Timmy's got 2.
Cash it. Cash it. That's it. That's it. Cash it.
That's wild that Timmy got sacked 10 times and he played in like 3 games.
I will say the.
Yeah, 4. He played in Kansas.
I will
Or
say.
no, Kansas was 3. Villanova.
Kansas State,
Villanova,
Kansas.
Kansas State,
Kansas.
Kansas.
Are we missing one?
No,
No, because
Oklahoma.
we went
came
Villanova and
back.
then Kansas? No, Baylor.
Baylor.
He played.
he played Baylor.
Oh yeah, so he
Baylor
played
was
4.
before. He played 4, yeah.
If
Still-
if Plumlee plays all year, that.
Well, you know why? You know why he got sacked 10 times? Every time he ran out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage counts as a sack. So
That does.
That's true. That's true.
I want to know of those 8 Plumlee picks, how many were balls that receivers tipped and should have been caught.
Once in a lifetime.
I think at least 5 of them.
I can tell you one that wasn't. That freaking heave out of the
Yeah,
end
that
zone.
one wasn't.
He just threw straight up into the wind. It was 10 yards short of Kobe. God damn, that was one of the worst throws I've ever seen in my life.
I think there's 5 that were receiver.
No.
Yeah, 'cause
Out
there
of
was
8? No way.
there was 3 at Boise that were hit receivers' hands.
Yeah.
He threw 3 picks at Boise?
Yeah. Remember the
I
one
knew
off Javon's?
Javon, obviously.
Once
There
in a
was the
lifetime.
one off of Kobe on the sideline.
There was a third one off Javon.
You're right. There were
Yeah, it
2
was.
off of Javon. You're right.
So that was
Were you in
3.
Boise?
And then there was one. I don't remember who we were playing. We were at home and we were driving the field, and it was in the back right corner on like the 5 or 10 yard line.
Kobe.
Was
And
it? Yeah.
it,
It was,
Kobe.
it took a
Yeah.
bad bounce off of his
Yeah.
chest.
was
when
that
he was on
OK?
the ground.
Was that OK State?
No, that wasn't OK State. It
Might have
was-
been West Virginia.
It was
Oh,
West
it might have been
Virginia,
West
yeah.
Virginia,
Yeah, because
yeah.
Kobe like had it the entire
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
or,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it bounced off his helmet or something like that. Because that was the interception where they thought the guy said
Yep.
dropped an F-bomb on TV.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that one.
That's
Yeah.
it.
And then there's got to be one more in there somewhere. It's close.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I'll give it to you.
Here's a hot take that I had that is absolutely stupid. I want to go. I want to go smack past Josh right now. This is ridiculous. I wrote here that Georgia's going to go 12-0 against the spread. They are 3-8,
Oh my goodness.
and they lost to Alabama. Look at that.
Oh, all right.
Also, my Heisman pick was supposed to be Jordan Travis.
We can go over there.
I'm just gonna say right now, I don't think I'll have a single hot take hit. So with none of my hot takes that are gonna hit, I'll just run through them real quick. 9+ wins didn't happen. Crack the top 15 didn't happen. Javon Baker breaks the single season receiving record, which unless he gets about 300 yards in the bowl game is not gonna happen.
Never say never.
Never say never.
Hey, maybe we'll air it out.
I already chalked that one up as a no. So
Yeah. Plus 10 turnover margin. We're at -1.
Oof.
JRP throws for over 306 times. Nope. Gus, coach of the year in the Big 12. Nope.
absolutely not.
No home noon games. We had 2.
I had 1. God damn it.
Also, being ranked in the top 10 and then to not be ranked in the top 10 to finish the year. I had Penn State.
Ooh. I need a those.
Jokingly as my, because I remember we can only take one. I had a second take on here. I had Washington as my second. They're in the top 10. And then teams that
They're in
could
the playoff.
that could finish in the what was it, top 25 that weren't ranked at the start of the season. I had South Carolina who finished with 2 or 3 wins or something like that, and Texas Tech. So not too hot there.
Yeah.
I still got Jaden Daniels to win the
I
Heisman
like
though.
those. I forgot to look at those. I had finish unranked Penn State. They are still ranked, and I had unranked the top 15 Texas Tech.
I had Jordan Travis as my Heisman pick.
Ooh, I have
Moment of
Michael
silence.
Penix, so still got a chance.
Moment of silence.
Wait, who'd you have?
Michael Penix. It's me versus you.
Hey,
It's gonna be one. It's gonna be
I'm
one
about
of
to
us.
pick the right Heisman 3 of the last 4 years.
I don't know, man. Michael Penix is in the playoff.
My top 10 unranked was Clemson.
Nice.
So that hit. I had 2 here for unranked.
Unranked the top 15.
Yeah. Boise State.
Oof.
You hate to see conference champions.
Hey.
Yep.
Conference champs. And Texas Tech. So
We all love Texas Tech. Oof. You want to run through our conference
Conference
champion
champs?
winners? Yeah. We're gonna start with the Sun Belt because I'm putting an asterisk next to it.
Okay.
I had JMU.
Yeah. I'll give you an asterisk there. That should definitely be. I had Coastal, so no.
Okay. Josh, who'd you have?
I'm pulling it up. Hold on. I had. Where is it? Did I not take that game?
No, not for the bets. Like at the beginning of the season, we predicted
I know,
the team
I'm
was
looking.
gonna win. Oh.
Well, while you look, I
While you
can
look.
hop conferences.
How many did you get right?
I haven't gone through and added up. This is the first time I'm doing
Here
it.
it is.
I went 3 and 7.
Here it is.
So we're counting JMU as a win.
We're
I'll
starting.
give you that as a win.
We're
Okay.
starting with Sunbelt. You said?
Yeah,
I
Sunbelt.
picked Coastal.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
So that didn't count.
We'll go to the American. I had SMU.
I also had SMU.
I had UTSA.
That was a winner.
ACC. I had Clemson.
I had FSU.
I had FSU.
Nice. Big 12. I had TCU.
I had Texas Tech.
I had Texas. You.
Well, none of them. I didn't want to pick Texas, bro.
I
didn't
picked
wanna,
Texas.
I wanted
Let's go.
I was rooting for chaos.
Big 10. I had Michigan.
Michigan.
Conference USA. Who won Conference USA?
It was Troy.
It
No,
was
that's
Troy.
Sunbelt.
No.
No.
It was Conference USA. Is it New Mexico? No, it was Liberty.
Oh yeah.
Liberty, duh. Yeah,
Okay.
Liberty,
I had
yeah.
Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, I had Western Kentucky.
I also had Western Kentucky.
Go Toppers.
The MAC. Who won the MAC?
Toledo.
Toledo.
I had Toledo.
I had Toledo. Let's go.
I had Buffalo.
Toledo was on fraud alert about the second
They
half
were.
of the year.
They were.
Mountain West. I had Fresno.
Fresno. Wait,
I also had Fresno.
I had
West.
I had Fresno too.
I apologize.
Was it?
Boise State.
Pac-12. I had Oregon State.
I had USC.
What did I have? Hold on. I probably had USC too. Oh, I had Oregon State as well.
Yeah, there's no way you didn't pick Oregon
Yeah,
State.
you're right. You're right.
SEC. I had Georgia.
I had Georgia as
I
well.
had Georgia as well. Yeah.
I finished. I got four right.
Let me see.
I got 3 right. FSU, SMU, and Michigan.
4, 5. I had 6.
Dang.
I want to see.
I'll say if you go and put preseason odds on all those, that's still up I would up.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
I had a few.
It was
perfect
not.
parlays this year.
I lied about the MAC. I had to double check. It was not Toledo.
Oh, really?
It was Miami of Ohio.
Oh.
They beat Toledo.
Oh, fraud alert.
Fraud alert.
Okay, take that back. I had 3.
So you went 3-7. I went 3-7.
I have 5.
You went 5. That's
for the
impressive.
5. I'm at 500.
Nice.
4 perfect parlays, 5 and 5 on conference winners.
We're gonna have a Heisman hit over
That's
here.
impressive. One of us. It's gonna be one of us. Hey.
Just wait
Best
till
of
we
luck.
get. Just wait till we get to our picks, our record, because my record, past couple weeks has improved significantly.
Oh, dude. I'm well above 500 now.
I'm okayly above 500. My last 2 weeks I was
okayly.
500.
I'm pretty above 500. We'll say.
All right.
Well, do we want to talk about playoff at all?
Yeah, let's do that.
Florida State. What
I don't
happened?
feel sorry at all.
Welcome to the club.
Here's my take on it. Is it wrong? Sure.
No.
Do I feel sorry? Absolutely not.
Here's the thing.
You
Absolutely
can't look
not.
at me with a straight face and say that Florida State, even with Jordan Travis,
You're right.
not with without
No,
Jordan
with
Travis,
Jordan Travis, they absolutely do.
Yes, with Jordan Travis, they're top 4. Without Jordan Travis, that they are going to beat anyone that is ranked in front of them right now.
It is tough. I mean, you're right. You're right. I don't. Well, they beat Louisville.
Here's
they
the
did
thing.
beat Louisville,
Oh.
but Louisville's frauds.
Louisville should not be.
They're frauds.
We've been saying frauds all year.
Here's the thing, though. If we want to make an argument about a quarterback being hurt, whether they should make the playoff, we made the same argument back in 2018
About
when
us, yeah.
when Milton went down.
Yeah.
With
We
a
s-
harder strength of schedule.
And we won 25 games in a row.
Exactly. So I mean,
Cry about your 13.
this is my playing devil's advocate saying, okay, well, I understand.
Oh no,
Do I give a shit?
Yeah,
No,
Oh,
but
I
I
was pissed too, but I have no sympathy whatsoever.
But here's the crazy part though, is that the committee left out an undefeated Power 5 conference champion.
Yeah, it is.
It's wild.
Did you see?
Now-
Did you see the estimated price difference though?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
$150 million.
Ridiculous. But that's why I think the 12
Oh, it's gonna be perfect.
team playoff is going to. Did you see the bracket?
Dude, it looks so.
It
good.
looks
They look cool.
electric.
Liberty making it in. Ooh, put Liberty in the
Electric.
playoff. Where's everybody arguing about Liberty? Huh?
Yeah, everyone
13-0.
Yeah.
Arguing for undefeated
Yeah.
conference champs.
And Liberty
Where's
didn't
Liberty?
lose their quarterback.
Imagine if James Madison went undefeated too.
Should
Put
be
him
in the
in.
playoff. Put him in.
Put him in. Let them go bowling.
Dude. Like, should FSU be in the play? Like, is FSU one of the best 4 teams in the country? Absolutely not, especially without Jordan Travis. But it is shitty that they didn't make it. But like, F them. I couldn't care less.
Here's the thing.
I'm so happy they didn't. Welcome to the club. Meetings are on Tuesday nights at 7.
I'm glad we're getting rid of the 4-man. I'm glad we're getting rid of it. But if it were to continue, there needs to be a more objective way.
Dude, it's 12 old guys in a room.
And that picture was wild.
Unreal. Unreal.
One guy was asleep. He was sitting.
Yeah, there are literally 12 old guys sitting in front of one TV in a room just deciding the fate of all these kids.
They probably decided already.
Oh, they
like in the
did.
first 5
Yeah.
minutes, they're like, "Oh,
Did you see
guys-"
the Vegas odds? Did you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Vegas
they
knew.
moved.
The FSU
They
was
moved.
minus 600 and then immediately went down to minus 100.
Like that morning,
Yeah,
right?
that morning.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Collusion,
Collusion.
obviously. Got to have an SEC team in there
course.
somehow. You know, there's. Well, we already knew that. But so I understand. I don't give a shit.
That being
Welcome
said,
to the club.
Washington, Texas is going to be the game of the year.
Oh,
Dude.
100%.
so good.
Dude, what a good game.
That's gonna be a
Forget
great.
Michigan, Alabama. I could care less about that game. Washington, Texas is my national championship.
So Michigan plays. Is it? I think it's Michigan plays Washington and Michigan plays Washington and Texas next year.
Really.
Ooh,
So like we'll
I already
we'll
know.
get a rematch.
I already know who's going to be my finish on rank next year. Michigan. I bet they could lose both those games.
I mean,
Yeah.
Quinn Ewers is staying in
yeah,
Texas.
Quinn Ewers is gonna stay.
And I don't know what Washington's going to do at quarterback
Well,
next year.
Ohio State's not going to beat them, and
No.
Penn State's sadly not going to do anything again.
No, Penn State's always going to be on the back burner.
Maybe Iowa will upset them.
It's a crime that a team from the Big Ten West has to make the Big Ten championship. It really is.
The Big Ten West and the East.
The
are so
discrepancy
different.
between those two divisions is insane.
Hey, can we talk about your brand new Pac-12 having to play Mountain West games next year?
Hell yeah.
Respect to them for
Dude.
staying in the Pac-12.
So is
Go
the Pac-12
Beavs.
championship gonna be just Is that going to be their conference game? Is just the
I
championship
don't think
game?
it is the Pac-12. Is it?
No, it's the
They're
Pac-12.
keeping it
They're
separate?
playing under the Pac-12.
Yeah, they're playing under the
umbrella.
Pac-12 mantra.
Just those two teams are playing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Pac-12 championship is confirmed. Oregon State, Washington State.
Yeah.
No, they haven't said. Oh, so they could. I could obviously change, but they haven't said otherwise.
Can Boise State play in the Pac-12 championship?
No,
next
they
year?
cannot
No.
because they're playing. So the conference schedule is that these Pac-12 teams are going to play each of the Mountain West teams once,
Yeah.
but they are not eligible for Mountain West championship, nor is Mountain West teams eligible for Pac-12.
Okay. So the Pac-12 championship is Oregon State and Washington State, and I assume that they will not play each other in the regular season then.
No, they will.
I think they
So
will.
they'll play each other twice.
No, let's play each other once, and then
That's the same.
not
It'll be the last
conference
game.
games. They already agreed to play Oregon next year, so they're doing Civil War again.
Oregon State did.
It came out today. So
Electric.
they're not playing. They're just playing a season at that point. They're not playing. For
No,
anything
yeah,
else.
they're literally
Oh,
just.
I guess you're playing to make it to the Natty, but
Yeah. Well, they don't. Will they have an automatic bid to the playoff?
That's a
as
great question.
As a Power 5 conference?
That is a
The
great
Pac-12?
question.
well,
'Cause the
isn't it just the top 11 ranked teams?
No, it's
No, each
the conference
Power 5
championships get an
conference
automatic bid. Like the 5 conference champions, and then the top group of 5 conference champion get an automatic bid, and then it's 6 at large.
And the 6 at large are just the
The
top
rankings, yeah.
6
It would be
left.
hypothetically if the 6 conference champions were 1 through 6, then we would get 7 through 12 in the playoff.
That's kind of lit.
Yeah.
It is lit. Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Well, no, it would be 6 through 12, 6 through 11, because
12 team gets left out.
You're
'cause of
assuming
the-
that
Well,
the
that's
group
what I'm
of
saying.
five.
Just
Yeah.
for
You would
reference,
assume that the group of 5
is in
would
the
be-
top
yeah.
6. Yeah.
So the argument's going to be which is 11 or 12 better moving forward in the rankings. So like it'll matter.
What do you mean?
Like if like Oklahoma's ranked 12th right now, they would have
Yeah.
been left out.
Yes.
So like it's the new argument will be, well, is Oklahoma better than whoever's at 11? Which
Correct.
I
Yeah.
don't
I mean,
know.
there will always be an argument about
Yeah.
should this team be in. Yes, but
Now, does this change how the committee ranks? Do we
No.
think?
No.
Do we think we see? You don't think that we see less group of 5 in the college football playoff
I don't
rankings?
think it matters because they get an automatic bid. They're never going to be one of the at-large teams.
They could.
They could.
I don't think so.
Air Force was on their way on a good path to start the year. They were like 15.
I don't think that. Then by that logic, yes, the rankings will change because I don't think the committee would put 2
That's
group of
what I'm
5
saying.
teams in the playoff. There's no shot. So,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
but look at this year. Liberty was undefeated all season. They didn't get into the college football playoff rankings until week 11, week 10. Like they went 2 or 3 rankings
Yeah,
without even
but
being
you
in.
gotta look at who they play.
It doesn't matter.
No, that
No,
in
it
that
matters.
case, I
does-
think it
doesn't
matters.
matter. No. We can't turn into this.
I'm not.
Yeah, it sounds like you are. I'm just saying.
Brandon's becoming an old
They
man.
are undefeated.
They are undefeated. They're ranked 18. Their schedule this year.
I know it wasn't great.
They played Bowling Green, won by 10. They beat New Mexico State. That's a good win. They beat Buffalo.
They beat New Mexico State twice because they beat them in the.
Yeah.
Beat 'em
Championship.
They
inside
beat FIU. They beat Jacksonville State.
That's a good win.
out. Brother.
You know that's a good win.
No,
better than anybody.
they let me down at the end of the year. They one of my picks, I had them to cover +2, and they lost by 3.
Dead.
They'll be back next year.
Same
They
time,
beat
same place.
Same,
Yeah.
same place.
They beat Sam Houston by 5. They beat Middle Tennessee by a touchdown. They beat
The schedule kind of
Alright,
sucks.
alright.
Old Dominion, UMass,
kinda
Louisiana
sucks.
Tech, Western Kentucky, UTEP.
Ugh. 13-0 though. It's tough to win in college
It's
football.
tough
It
to
is
win
tough
every
to
game.
win. It is tough to win. I think 18 is a good spot for them. I don't think it should be any
I
higher. than
agree.
that. Like they could
That's a
potentially
good
be
spot.
20 to 25.
But they all I was saying is they should have been ranked.
Yeah.
If you were
No, yeah,
undefeated,
if you're undefeated,
come
we-
week 8,
yeah.
you should be ranked.
Yeah. Well, the whole argument then came down to is SMU the Group of 5 representative or is it Liberty?
Right. I mean, it definitely should be Liberty because they are undefeated, but SMU would smack Liberty.
I think if they played head to head,
Yeah,
they'd
they
smack
would
them. I don't even.
SMU's a good team, dude. Ever since I watched that SMU Temple team or Temple game that I was talking about, SMU's legit.
They they won. They beat Temple 55-0.
Yeah, that game was awesome.
And they hung 59 on Navy. That's hard to do.
That's so hard to do, dude. I that was we were at one of our games while that game was going on, and it was like 28-0 and like early second quarter. How's that even possible? against them?
SMU put up 69 points twice this year.
Nice.
They have a good offense.
One of their losses was to Oklahoma. They lost to them 28-11,
Ooh.
and their other loss was to TCU 17-34.
Dark horse. They're a decent team, bro.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Poor Michael Pratt.
poor Michael
Man,
Pratt.
The man in Tulane, he got hurt the last couple plays there. I watched
Yeah.
the end of that game. Poor guy. He's gonna probably have to retire from football.
See you later.
Good riddance.
Good riddance.
Anything else before we go to Dude of the Week?
No.
Give me the 12 man.
Give me the 12.
That's
man.
the
I can't
story
wait.
of
Next year's gonna be
CFP.
so awesome.
Dude of the Week. I don't remember. I didn't write down my last couple, so I don't remember what it was.
I've been
But
holding on to my. I don't know who won the last one. I don't think we took a vote.
We
No,
didn't
we
take
didn't
a
take a
poll.
vote.
Yeah, that's
so,
right. Okay.
you
I
just
had one
wanna-
the week prior.
You
Yeah,
just
we'll
wanna- we'll just go this way.
around.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I've been
fine.
holding on to mine since the Houston game. So.
Yeah. Dude of the Week. All right. We're going up north to the University of Cornell.
Now,
In Cornell, there is a rule about in the city of Cornell. They're in, I think it's the town or county, whatever it is, of Ithaca, and there is a rule / law of what time like parties have to end for noise complaints. I believe the ending time is it's either midnight or 1:00, and then people can do a noise complaint after that.
Okay.
So, a couple fraternity brothers from Cornell, who are residents of Ithaca, entered into a local election to run for city council, and it's one of those it's a voting thing, but like no one goes to vote unless it's the presidentials or primaries and stuff.
right.
So
So it's a popularity contest.
yeah, so these guys from this fraternity at Cornell entered their names as write-ins, and they went to all the other fraternities around campus to get them to write in and vote for them for city council so they could be on the board.
Awesome.
So they had enough, and if you requested a write-in ballot, you have to provide a reason. It doesn't matter what the reason was, and the reasons were like, I broke my leg, I can't walk, I'm sick, I live out of town, whatever it may be. These guys won the election
That's awesome.
and are now on the Ithaca City Council and have submitted a thing to take away this rule of what time parties can end at
That's
midnight or
awesome.
1:00, and have extended it to a later time. And it is working on being passed at the moment.
That is fantastic.
Wow.
All time.
Talk about
all time
making
dude
a
move.
difference.
All time dude move.
So,
That's fantastic.
Dude of the Week is the is the Cornell fraternity brothers.
All time move.
That's incredible.
That's so good.
That was a good one.
I don't know.
And that's just the amount of they go to Cornell, so they're smart.
Yeah.
But the amount of thought that went into this, so that they didn't get in trouble, they didn't lose their charter, they didn't have issues with anything on campus.
They did it by the book.
Let's do it by the book. Let's go run for government and
That
change
is
the
so
time.
impressive.
That is
Let's do it
fantastic.
legally.
That is awesome.
That is fantastic.
That
dude.
is so impressive.
Oh my god.
They're in Pi Cap.
High cap.
Gotcha.
Interesting. I don't want to follow that up.
And
I don't think I could top that.
it says right here the end time is 1:00, so they've extended it past 1.
That's awesome. All right. Smiling Dude of the Week comes from the Houston game. It was one of the in-game games, I guess. I don't know, whatever.
Promotional.
Yeah, exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, promotional events, whatever. Yeah, like catching the punts. Okay, but it
Yeah.
wasn't this one. Obviously, this game was 2 days after Thanksgiving, so they went for a Thanksgiving-themed game where it was 3 different types of pie. It was pumpkin pie, it was cherry pie, and I think it was apple. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, not the point. The point is they picked 3 random dudes from the student section. Very important because those guys were hammered. 3 random hammered dudes from the student section to come down and eat pies as fast as they can. You know, traditional pie eating contest. Great idea, right? Well, this dude, they got stuck with pumpkin pie, which, in my opinion, I think is the easiest one to shovel down because it's literally just like pumpkin mousse, like whatever you just, whatever. That man struggled, and they had to cut the cameras because that boy started yakking. He was mid pie and bent over, and you saw it in his face. You were like, "Oh, that ain't going down." He kept going. I'll give it to him. I'm pretty sure he finished the pie. I don't think he finished the crust, so whatever. But anyways. But they cut over and they took the cameras away, and it was in the south end zone, so I had a pretty good look at them and I could see them, and everybody was just like ghost-eyed, staring down, and he's just over there, bent over. They a couple medical staff were coming over, or whatever, like event workers were coming over. That boy was yakking.
That was terrible.
That boy, oh, what a good game. That was honestly one of my highlights of the game.
That was like one of those things where it's like, like it's something serious when the crowd goes, oh.
Like the collective, oh.
Your highlight wasn't the romance unfolding in front of you.
Romance. We can't talk about that here.
We can't talk
about that here.
It's a
Oh, you
family
guys,
show.
no. You guys don't even know. I had repressed that memory. You guys don't even know. Denzel, if you're listening, you know.
If you know, you know.
Alex, if you're listening, you know.
I'll just say those text messages were.
Dude, it was disgusting.
Those were new sentences.
Let's just say there was some PDA going on in front of me that should be illegal. Public indecency.
There was nothing exposed.
No, nothing exposed, but it should fall under the umbrella of public indecency. What was happening in front of me? Anyways.
Anyway, due to the week. Oh man, well I can't follow that up. Mine's not really funny. It's more badass actually.
Okay.
So my dude of the week is a track and field athlete that comes out of Colorado State University. I don't know if you know, but there is a man who he started out as a wrestler, like an actual collegiate wrestler. Then he turned his talents to the WWE, and then went to the UFC. Then came back to WWE. A man by the name of Brock Lesnar. His daughter, Maya Lesnar, just broke the school record for shot put for women. It originally was 17.55 meters. She said, screw that. We're going to do 18 and a half meters.
That's a huge
That
jump.
is a
That's a
huge
huge
jump
difference.
for shot put. Absolute dog. Heard about the story, and they're writing a bunch of articles about her. Apparently, this is she's grinds.
This is
absolutely grinds. Going to be an Olympian.
You can't tell me that's
No,
not Brock Lesnar.
dude, I had to. The second you said it, I'd never heard of her. I had to look up a picture. This is exactly
That is Brock
that is
Lesnar.
exactly
Brock
what
Lesnar
I
with a
was
wig.
expecting.
That is a Brock Lesnar's daughter, and
Couldn't have been more on the nose.
she'll whip your ass.
Oh, she would
She'll
take my
tear
ass.
you in half.
Dude, she looks like she's
She
looks like she's 6'4",
Badass.
250.
She is a bad ass. I'm reading about her. Apparently, every day is just a grind from sun up
Oh, I
to
bet.
sun down. She is just obviously going to class, all that, but she's just dedicating just every ounce of energy to her craft, to getting stronger. They're talking about her potentially being, an Olympic
Oh,
athlete.
you better be with those.
100% is going to go to the Olympics, and we're talking about maybe potentially a decathlon, because if she could throw a shot put that far,
That's insane.
I want to see the javelin.
Yeah.
Start throwing some. Did we say the flag line at the beginning?
No, it was 2.5. Sorry,
Okay.
guys. The flag
Sorry.
line was 2.5.
We talked
Flag
about it
line-
before we started
yeah.
recording. Flag
Flag
line's
line's-
2.5, and we're all on the under.
Yeah, flag line 2.5.
The,
we're all in
mid,
the
the
other.
middle is falling right now, but the corners are still.
No, that top left corner looks like it's about to fall.
No.
hear
We're
it.
fine. I hear it too, but it's fine. It's fine. Anyway,
Anyways, keep
due to the
talking
week, dude of the week, Brock Lesnar's daughter,
that's
Maya
impressive.
Lesnar. She is a dog.
Dog.
That is Brock Lesnar with a wig on.
Dude.
Yes.
The second you said it, I was like, I have to see what this girl looks like. Exactly what I thought.
So,
Picks, recap?
picks.
Picks.
Dude,
week.
recap, yeah, sorry. You had
Frat
Bros at Cornell.
Cornell frat
I
bros.
had the pumpkin pie eater, and you had...
No, you had the pumpkin pie yacker.
Yacker.
I have a picture of that
Yacker.
if you want it. For
You
your
have a
thing.
picture of it? Oh, send it.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure I
yeah.
do.
I'll put it in the graphic.
And then I have Maya Lesnar. It's my dude of the week.
All right.
Oh yeah.
You got it? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Perfect, yeah. Fantastic.
This dude that was eating the cherry one was struggling.
Dude, he was
He's-
hurt.
he's
That's
like-
the worst one to get, in all
Yeah.
honesty. That's absolutely brutal.
I prefer an apple over a cherry.
Oh, absolutely.
So for picks, just because we're a couple weeks behind, we'll just hit our record, and if there's anything significant that stood out real quick. So just a couple significant ones that I hit. Western Kentucky covered against FIU. Go Tops.
Go Tops.
-10.
Is that from... That's from
two-
Rivalry Week?
No, this is for the week before rivalry. Or yes, that was from our rivalry week. Kentucky +8 over Louisville.
Yep.
And then on to conference championship weekend. A couple notables. I had Bama +5.5 against Georgia. Boise -2.5 against UNLV, and the Michigan Iowa under 35. Season total, I am positive. The last 2 weeks between 20 plays, I am 10-10. So I haven't picked up anything, haven't lost anything here. 58, 50, and 2.
All right. 8 games above 500. That's solid.
Yeah, I was hoping for more, but bowl games we'll get it back.
Yeah. All right. So looking at week 13 rivalry week for me, I went 5-2. Notable winners that week. Kentucky +8 against Louisville, outright winners. And then my too many points of the week that week was Washington State +16.5 against Washington. Can't be given that many points on rivalry weekend. I'm sorry. And then for conference championship weekend, I went 6-4, so pretty good week that week. Notable games: Washington +9.5 against Oregon. I literally thought that was a typo. I did not understand that line at all. SMU +3 against Tulane, outright winners. Boise -2.5 against UNLV, just smoked UNLV. And then Michigan, Iowa, all reliable under 35. Finally hopped on the train. And then, my big losers were App State +5.5.
Yep.
Outright losers, well, obviously. Louisville +1.5, losing by 10. And then Georgia -5 against Bama, outright losers. So 6-4 that week, 5-2 the week before. That brings my season total up to 62, 51, and 3.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
So
not bad
11
at all.
games above 500.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
So my picks had a good week for rivalry week. So I went 6-2 that week, and then I went 5-5 for conference championship week. So not bad, not looking bad. Let's talk about some notables here. How about that Iowa under? 24.5.
Too easy.
24.5. The final score was 13-10. Talk about a little bit. I
Wait,
don't know.
you took it at...
I had it at 24.5 against Nebraska.
Oh, sorry. I was
Sorry.
thinking of Michigan game. I was like,
Rivalry
damn.
week.
Sorry,
Rivalry
sorry,
week.
My bad.
Rivalry week was 24.5, the lowest one ever in college football history. 13-10 final. So I had a couple beads of sweat going down my face, but I had faith.
That game was electric.
Yeah.
It was
The
very
punt,
electric.
the dudes wearing the punt t-shirts.
Yes. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Another notable winner that week, Oregon -13.5 against Oregon State, 31-7. So that was easy.
Yeah, that was
Notable winner for the conference championship week, under 35, Michigan, Iowa. I mean, that's just a lock. Boise -2.5 against UNLV. That was pretty nice there. 44-20. That was easy. And then finally, another notable winner, OK State and Texas, over 55.5. Texas almost did it by themselves, scoring 49. It was 49-21 final. Couple of just terrible losers here. Let's go back to rivalry weekend. I took Texas Tech +14 against Texas. They promptly lost 57-7.
Oof.
Yeah, remember we said that they were going to be ranked.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. Horrible. Also, notable loser. I'm still pissed off about this one. Oregon, Washington. Pac-12 championship. I had over 65.5. Final was 34-31. 65. Dead to me. Both of them.
Too.
Tough.
Hate them. Absolutely hate them. And then last but not...
What? Some spread. Some over.
Terrible. It's like Vegas knows.
Vegas knows.
Another terrible loss was over 46.5 in Louisville FSU.
Yep.
16-6 final. Just
I had the over in that too.
horrific. And then I took Tulane -3 against SMU, and as we learned, Tulane's a bunch of frauds.
Did y'all see Tulane's final drive at the end of the game? They were down 2 scores. They got down to the 2-yard line. Guy could have kept his balance.
That's
He gets
when
in.
Michael Pratt got hurt.
And then from there, they just went backwards.
Yeah,
They
it was
got to the 2
terrible.
and just started going backwards. They ended up on like the 20 or the 25.
It was horrible.
On
Yep.
4th and goal.
Yep.
Then he threw a pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Pick in the end zone. Awful throw.
Horrible. But I am currently, for a record, I'm 9 games over 500. I'm 58-49-2.
Nice. So 8, 9, and 11 above. Who'd have thought?
Look
Who
at
would have
us.
thought? Look at us. Looking good out here.
Look at us.
So we'll be back next.
Wait. One game this weekend.
Oh,
We have
I
one game.
completely
We gotta-
forgot.
we
Sorry.
gotta pick
It's Army
America's
Navy
game.
weekend.
I think we're all on the
America's
same
game.
thing.
We're all on the
right?
We're all
same
on the
play.
same thing.
I've got 27.5.
I also have 27.
27.5.
We are all on the under.
We're all on the under. Just for record, I remember I got burned by this last year. 'Cause we were on the under last year.
It was like 20, wasn't it?
It was 32.5, and it was gonna hit. It was maybe it was like 17-13 or something. Didn't Army either block a kick and return it for a touchdown, or have some sort of huge drive to win at the end, something crazy. I remember it was a bad beat. Hold on, I gotta look it up now because I remember it stuck with me that it was a bad beat. I can't remember what it was because I was on the under. Army Navy. It was 2022. Oh no, that's what it was. We were on the under and it went to double overtime.
Oh,
And there was 17 points scored in overtime.
Ooh.
That's where it came from.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it went to overtime tied at 10. It was 10-10.
Oof.
That's
what
terrible.
it was.
That's terrible. That's not happening.
That's
this
just a
week, though.
terrible beat.
That's not happening on
Yeah,
Saturday.
double overtime.
Not happening.
Not
Sorry.
happening. Well, under 27.5 all across the board.
All across.
So,
And the flag didn't fall. So
And
Flag
the
didn't fall.
under
Good
under
vibes.
hits.
good vibes.
We won't have a flag next week, so.
We
Yeah.
won't? Really? We're not gonna have a flag?
Wonder why.
I don't know.
I don't know. Things.
So, no games this week except Army Navy, 3 o'clock on CBS. We'll be back next week with our bowl preview, bowl picks, and anything else I'm missing of importance. We might have a new quarterback by Sunday.
Might have a new quarterback.
Just going to look at the screen.
Huh.
Who would have thought?
Interesting. Wonder who
I
that
might
is.
go buy some NIL merch.
Maybe.
Do
Like
it.
some Kingdom shirts.
Maybe.
Do it.
Yeah.
Give SJ
Yeah.
your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's helped me out a lot this year. I got the golf for free twice with him. By the way, it wasn't actually free. We donated to golf. Don't want people to be like, what's this money going towards?
What?
No.
I want to start another Twitter war.
Yeah, no.
X war,
Jesus.
whatever we're calling
X-War.
It's still Twitter.
That's Twitter.
So yeah, till next week for our bowl preview. Go Knights, charge on.
Charge on.
it. Charge on. Oh, by the way, we're going to...
Dudes on the Mall is the podcast to listen to.